It was horrible. I was, who the hell is speaking here? Who's this idiot? So
Okay.
yeah, it's a normal thing, by the way. In the beginning, I did lots of these, and I just kept recording, listening, and each time I find an awkward word, a word which doesn't make sense, something which is off,
Hmm.
something which is mispronounced, something which is problems with collocations, in instead of at, instead of, instead of these stupid things. It was full of these. But
Yes.
you,
I,
but
I
you,
think we just, I think another reason would be because I don't like usually speak English for this long.
that's the thing,
Uh,
yes, yeah,
yeah,
because
like
it's
I'm used to speaking Arabic, so like maybe it would be like your lesson would be the only time I'm speaking English full time.
exactly, it's a second
Yeah.
language. Yeah, it's a second language, so it's definitely it doesn't come natural. It's not like speaking your first language. Um, I'm a little more relaxed because I do this for a living, so I'm used to speaking in English a lot. But for other speakers who probably have an English similar to mine or maybe even better, but they don't use it often, it's a bit difficult to sort of get in get in touch with the reservoir, sort of
Yeah.
use it, if you know what I mean. So this is something you can practice. Also, you need to be a little more colorful. For example,
Okay.
I'll do this one about the journey.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
colorful person. Yeah, I'm not black or white. Okay.
Yeah, you need to make it a little interesting. So
I have
okay,
ideas. I have no ideas really.
that's where imagination comes. You need to
Mm.
start imagining. Okay, I'll do this journey thing. Uh, Now I'll show you, because you know what's a common
Yeah.
obstacle for us Libyan students. It's
Hmm.
Libyan candidates, and whenever we're asked a question, because we're so indoctrinated by our Jurassic era schools.
Yeah, Jurassic
Yeah,
Park. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park kind of era schools. We're,
Yeah.
we're used to, whenever we're answering a question, am I saying the right answer? Is this the right answer? We're
Hmm.
thinking factually. But IELTS speaking is not a factual test. You get the idea? It's a
Yeah.
language test. Even if you make something absurd, even if you make something that doesn't exist, but linguistically, your grammar is okay, and your sentences are coherent. Even if you're talking something which is not true, nobody's going to fact check you. This is not
Yeah.
this is not an
Like
academic.
I should have said I went to the space. I used the space rocket to go to space, and then I was lost in space or something.
Yeah, you can make something up. Yeah, it's okay. And even if you don't want to go too, I mean, even if you don't want to go over the moon with your imagination, you can make it a little. For example, I'll give you this one, the one about the journey. So if I
Okay.
get this one, well, there are a number of memorable trips throughout my childhood, and many
Hmm.
of them which I'm very fond of, and I remember with warmth. But I think one of the journeys which sticks out, and I think, and this is the one I'll tell you about, is the first time I took the Channel Tunnel with a friend of mine.
Oh.
This trip was something like no other, because it's just the idea of traveling in a train that's doing almost 100 miles per hour, 20 kilometers underneath the sea level, the water underneath underwater. This was something very unique. It was something different, and I know that this is not as fast as planes go, and I know this is not an amazing engineering feat by any measure, but still it was something. Whenever I thought about it, it was very, very interesting. This trip, it started when I had a little Euro tour with this friend of mine. So we landed in Madrid and then we traveled to Paris. And after that, we just decided to go to the UK. We, of course, had the option of using budget airlines, and they were widely available, like Ryanair and many other airlines. But we decided on taking the train instead, and I can tell you that I don't regret it at all. I'm very happy we took this journey. I remember one of the highlights was using the bathroom, and I thought it's very strange that someone is using the bathroom in a train underwater, does this count as going to the bathroom underwater? And I remembered this sort of reminded me of all the times we used to go to the beach and sometimes use use the sea as a bathroom, and this always made me laugh whenever I thought about this memory. So this is definitely my favorite journey from all the trips I had from my childhood.
Wow, and that's nice. A nice sense of humor as well
This is
at the
actually
end.
mixed. Some of it is true, some of
Yeah.
it is not true.
Okay.
No, there's lots of it that's true here. The true part is
Okay.
I did take the Channel Tunnel, but it wasn't with a friend. It was with a cousin.
Okay.
Um, what else?
Nice.
The rest is
Mm.
almost all true, yes. But the idea is you can just make it a little more interesting and prolong your starts.
Yeah.
Don't tackle the question like you have to answer it right now. You have to answer it correctly. No, you don't have to answer it correctly. You could disagree. You could
Hmm.
think laterally, think out of the box. For example, with telephone calls, the question about telephone calls, you could say,
Hmm.
"Well, I think the times have changed. I mean, even today, we barely use our SIM cards. Everybody uses WhatsApp, and they use WhatsApp. They call it WhatsApp, and they use Viber and Facebook Messenger. I don't know if you can count these
Right.
as telephone calls, but if we're talking about the regular telephone, the one we have in mind, especially with the mouthpiece and the line, I think this is extinct by now. So I don't
Hmm.
think I make any of these calls. And the next one, who do you spend this time speaking? I think in this age of texting and voice memos, voice recordings, who needs to talk to on the telephone? I think for me personally, I only use the telephone during emergencies. If I don't have internet service, or if God forbid, for example, I puncture a
Okay.
tire, or have, you get the idea. Just go
Yeah.
and try to use the same technique the Spanish guy did, if you remember
Mm.
his
I
answer.
envy that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Spanish guy is
yeah.
very
The
relaxed.
Spanish guy, he did this in a very interesting way.
I think he was
Uh,
a good. He was like an actor or something. That
I
can
think
be nominated.
he just trained for this for a long time, so so he's used to it. That's what I think. Yeah. But this is a good way to handle the exam.
Hmm. Yeah, you need to be really, really relaxed. Yeah.